Welcome back to another episode of Allsport ABP. And yes, today we're back just one day ahead of the Bangladesh series versus New Zealand, the 5-match T20 series that's going to be held at Mirpur Sher-e-Bangla Stadium from the 1st of September till the 10th. Just before that, we heard the press conference from the Bangladesh team coach, head coach Russel Domingo, and he had a lot of things to say. So one of the vital things that we caught up with from his press conference is the wicket-keeping conundrum. And we actually know a lot of issues have been there, especially after Nurul Hasan came into the team and did so well behind the stumps, and everyone started to talk about why should he be not keeping for Bangladesh from now on, and should not be the main keeper for Bangladesh going ahead. This is where Russel Domingo had to answer some stern and tough questions from the journalists, and a highlight of that would be something that was very interesting to all of our sites, and we actually realized that there's something going on there. Definitely Russel Domingo has a thought in his mind, and it's tough not to keep Nurul Hasan within the starting 11 or within the team behind the stumps at this point, which is why a lot of questions came on his way as to who would be doing the wicket-keeping job for Bangladesh in the upcoming New Zealand series and moving ahead as well. So this is a video that talks about who should be doing the wicket-keeping for Bangladesh. Is Mushfiqur Rahim still fit, still the best wicket-keeper batsman for Bangladesh at this point? Or should Nurul Hasan be given the opportunity to do the wicket-keeping job behind the stumps, and maybe Mushfiqur Rahim can move out to be an out-and-out batsman, which he's absolutely capable of doing. Mushfiqur Rahim made his test debut as a pure batsman in 2005 against England. He came in as a pure batsman on the back of brilliant performances in the warm-up game, and the teenager also performed well in the first ever test match that he played, the only batsman to be scoring double-digit scores against the English opponents, and Bangladesh unfortunately lost that game by an innings, but Mushfiq had a great debut with the bat. Later on in 2006, Mushfiq made his one-day debut again as a pure batsman, while Khalid Masood Pilot was behind the stumps. 2006 again, and the T20 debut for the right-handed batsman happened, but this time he was selected to be behind the wickets as well. In 2007, Mushfiqur Rahim finally replaced Khalid Masood Pilot as the one-day wicket-keeper batsman and got into the team that flew to the West Indies to play the World Cup. Later on in 2007, Mushfiqur Rahim had a bad patch of form and was replaced by Dhiman Ghosh, but just for a little while. In 2009, Mushfiq was chosen as the wicket-keeper for all formats, and that meant that from then on, he would be doing the wicket-keeping job for Bangladesh in all three formats of the game. In 2014, Mushfiqur Rahim had an injury, which is why he could not do his wicket-keeping, and we all remember the match in the Asia Cup where Mushfiq had to field within the inner circle and dropped a very, very vital catch of Shahid Afridi while Pakistan was chasing a record 300 plus score posted by Bangladesh, and that dropped catch by Mushfiq in the outfield again raised questions whether he would be able to do his fielding job if he's not doing his wicket keeping. In 2017, again in New Zealand, Mushfiqur Rahim got injured while batting, which is why he had to be replaced by Nurul Hasan for the rest of the tour. And those are the few instances, especially after 2009, where Mushfiqur Rahim was not able to do his wicket keeping, but that was not due to his poor form behind the wickets. That was mainly due to injuries that he had to suffer throughout his career. Overall, if you look at the dismissals for Mushfiq in international cricket, he has 122 dismissals in tests, 235 in ODIs, and 62 dismissals in T20 internationals. Overall, Mushfiqur Rahim, throughout his career of over a decade for Bangladesh, has rarely not taken the gloves whenever he's in the starting 11. Nurul Hasan had an exceptional tournament against Australia in the recently concluded T20 series, and whenever he has been in the Bangladesh national team and also for his domestic side, everyone actually said that by far he is the best wicketkeeper that Bangladesh has at the moment. But of course, in order to get into the national side, he has to really do well with the bat, and I think he's improved enough, especially in the shorter formats, to be eligible to play as one of the starting 11 players. He has adapted his hard-hitting abilities and provides a pretty useful backup down the order when Bangladesh might require his services. He has proven his worth in one of those T20 matches against Australia where he finished the game along with Afif Hussein Dhruvo, and also against Zimbabwe he had some good performances. So overall I think an interesting factor would be how Russel Domingo manages the entire situation over here. His first step is to give both the keepers enough time behind the wickets to make a judgment call. But a lot of people are voicing their opinions about saying Mushfiqur Rahim, having been the wicketkeeper for Bangladesh since 2009, a first choice wicketkeeper, how can he have to again give an examination of his wicketkeeping skills after playing for more than a decade for Bangladesh? That is the big question. So it's more like the ego factor for Mushfiqur Rahim versus what the team actually needs right now. And we've seen a lot of batsmen in cricket history who have been wicketkeepers in the beginning and who have been actually starting their careers as wicketkeepers, but later on transitioned into being proper batsmen and finishing their career that way. And big examples would definitely be someone like a Kumar Sangakkara, who started off as a batsman, then turned into a wicketkeeper. He has one of the most highest dismissals in international cricket, and yet he gave up wicketkeeping when he realized that the team needed his batting the most, and he focused on that and gradually phased out from his wicketkeeping duties. So is it time now for Mushfiqur Rahim to do the same, since we have a very, very capable wicketkeeper who's also useful with the bat and can't be taken out of the starting 11? These are some adjustments that the coach, the team management, and even Mushfiqur Rahim has to maybe think about. Does he give up the wicket-keeping job? Does he focus solely on his batting and give Sohan a chance? Because according to me, I think that would bring out a better combination as a team for Bangladesh and help Mushfiq and also Sohan and the entire Bangladesh team to perform better in the upcoming T20 series, as well as the shorter format T20 World Cup coming. Well, Mushfiqur Rahim, I think that he has to provide an examination of his keeping skills, but he should take these things positively as far as I'm concerned, because if he does that, he can focus on his batting. That's point number one. He can give Nurul Hasan Sohan, who's arguably the best wicketkeeper that Bangladesh has right now, another chance, another crack at being at the starting 11 and proving his worth. And on the other hand, Mushfiqur Rahim, the hard worker that he is, you just can't tell me that he won't be able to field anywhere else in the fielding positions. He's so hardworking, he can definitely adapt to a position in the within the outfield and try to contribute with his fielding skills over there. He could even stand in the slip cordon if he's comfortable doing that. So he has a lot of options to ponder about, but the way that the manager or the coach here, Russel Domingo, has sorted things out or has strategized to sort things out is very interesting. And let's see what happens. The series is coming up against New Zealand, and we are all very eager to see what happens between Nurul Hasan Sohan, Mushfiqur Rahim, and ultimately who gets the nod for the upcoming T20 World Cup. This is Allsport ABP signing off today. Good night, goodbye.